Hello good farmers, welcome to another Going Out Farming video. Today we'll be taking a look at how you can get anywhere between 200 to 400 of these lovely charms per hour. This method that I am using requires a second account or maybe somebody else who is willing to give up some of their findings, but for the most part, if you're doing it solo, then you get 200 of these lovely charms, but if you do it with somebody else, then you get 400 of these lovely charms because you're increasing you're doubling your yields because you had somebody else there farming with you. Anyways, for alliance, you can do this with any character you want, really, or any race or faction or anything. Just go find a force respawn and start killing the mobs. So I decided to do a Shadow Priest because they have insane dots. Like really insane, guys. I can literally just leave my dots on and they will die eventually. Alright, and as we can hopefully see here in a second, we'll start getting the lovely charms. Alright, there we go. I'm not entirely sure what the best farm is at the moment. I went to go check BFA content, but all the mobs were gray. If you don't know what I mean by that, the level up here was gray instead of green. I was hoping it was going to be green, but it wasn't. So that means we can't get experience off the mobs, and you can only get the lovely charms off of mobs that give experience, rep, or anything like that, from my understandings. So this is going to mean I have to look for I guess locations in a little different manner than what I was hoping to. Again, I was just expecting to go to BFA and start killing stuff and find farms that way, but turns out I can't do that. So that is why I'm showing you guys this method today. If you do have a second account, then you don't need to tag the mobs, from my understandings. I was farming this with somebody else yesterday, actually one of my viewers, my patron actually. So if you are a third tier patron, by the way guys, I will farm with you guys as well. I think that's a little bit fun, and all of that. So just something to look forward to, I suppose. Anyways, you don't get lovely charms too very quickly. I know it looks like I'm getting them very quickly, but when you look at it per the by the hour and all of that, it's a little I don't know, it's not as great as it looks right now, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Anyways, this is a twink character as well, so another thing I would do is I would start on a server where you have some gold on, like probably 10k gold on, so that way you can buy enchants, buy bags, and just be prepared. You need heirlooms for this as well. Or I'd highly recommend heirlooms. If you don't have heirlooms, then I would go buy the gear off the auction house. But for the most part, this isn't too bad of a spot. You can also loot for some transmog and stuff if you really wanted, but the transmog here is not what you'd think it is. It probably sells pretty quickly, but it hardly sells for anything. So in my opinion, it's just not really worth picking up. I was testing that out yesterday too. I was picking it all up and I didn't really get anything that was worth it. So there's that. Trying to think here, guys. For those who don't know what the Lovely Charm is used for or why everybody's flocking towards it, you can buy a mount with it after you get 2,700 of them. Which is a bunch. You know, like I've only got 200 on me, and then I got about 150 worth in my inventory, or like worth of bracelets right here, and it's a lot, you know. Anyways, another thing I'd do, especially if you do this method, I'd go to the person that sells the stuff, which if you guys don't know exactly where that's at, I can make a short on it and show you where it's at. But just go out and buy some of these perfumes. Hold on a second here. The perfumes give a buff, which is really handy, especially when you are a low level and wanting to kill stuff fast. Another thing I would recommend if you do enchants, or if you don't want to do enchants, is I'd highly recommend you do at least the neck enchant, the Mark of Hidden Satyr, just because it's pretty overpowered, I believe. You know, that's what those red things are that come out and go attack the mobs. That's what that is. You shouldn't get in trouble for botting or anything. Not botting, multi-boxing, because you won't be using a third-party software in order to multi-box. So that is only if you do the multi-boxing side of things. If you thought your WoW accounts were dead for those who multi-box, you are wrong, because for this method you don't have to tag the mobs. We found that out last night, and I'm gonna say I'm pretty sure that's the case anyways, just because I don't want to say it and then it not happen. But my patron was telling me that he was getting drops for not even tagging mobs there for a little bit, because he wasn't tagging them when we first started and he was still getting them. So that's something to look forward to. Anyways guys, if you haven't checked out my Patreon page yet, I'd recommend that you do, because the tiers are pretty good. I think they're pretty fair as well. If not, let me know in the comments below what you think, and then I'll try to adjust them based on stuff like that, because I'm still learning how to use Patreon. Anyways, that's all for now, so thanks for watching. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.